a dedicated mentor and scholar whose wisdom has guided countless souls towards spiritual growth. I'll give a small introduction about Prabhu. Prabhu is a B.Tech graduate from National Institute of Technology, Trichy, who left a promising career at Tata Motors to embrace Krishna consciousness in 2011, joining ISKCON at a brahmachari in 2013 under the discipleship of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. A gifted linguist and professor of Vedic science, he has mentored youth worldwide and continues his deep spiritual studies. Now, preparing to serve in US and Canada under His Grace Kalakant Prabhu's guidance, he remains committed to spreading Srila Prabhupada's mission. Let us welcome him with gratitude and open hearts. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mihika. Nice to see you. I need other friends of yours also to turn on the videos if that's a possibility. I've seen you in the children's class. Now you come to the youth. Nice to see you. Hari Hari. What about others? See, somehow I get activated only when the videos go on. So, guys, please help me out. Thank you. Krishna, that's your name, right? Okay. So we have Radhika Priti Mataji. Hare Krishna. Who else knows how to turn on the videos? If you don't know how to turn on your videos, I don't mind. You can go to the YouTube, check and come back. And then turn on your videos. That's fine. So we have Lakshmi ji. She's in a dark room. Okay. How about others? Ashish, Satvik, Om and Shiv. Twins, huh? Om Shiv, twins? Yeah. Nice. Ashish Gupta Prabhu.
How to control naughty mind. Oh, naughty mind.
Someone else is giving the class, I guess. The cover's iPhone. I'm still getting people set to turn on the videos, after which I'll be confident. Now, one request, guys, is I'll complete the Mangalacharan. By then, please make up your minds and turn on your videos. Another thing is, well, keep your videos on, right? No cheating. So please don't ghost off. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Garoti Vachalam Pangum Langaite Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Meshwaram Shri Gurum Deenatana Hare Krishna dear devotees, it gives me immense joy to be with all of you guys. The youth group, right? The youth group of Pathasarthi Foundation. Alright, I can see Haridas Anudas Prabhu also here. Hare Krishna. How come you joined here? You're a part of this group.
Prabhuji, invite came on one group I was in, so it was youth, so I joined.
Very nice. You saw this word youth and you joined. I thought you would have said, I saw you and I joined. That would have been more inspiring. Anyways, you lost your chance. No. Anyways, what about others? Please, guys, keep your videos on. Right? Youth means energy. I would like to see all of you guys with your energy. Yes. I guess Akash Pro has shown us Akash, the black Akash. Okay. Others? You guys want me to call out your names? I can do that. Okay, Rajmalni. Okay, she was there. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Kalindi Mataji. I can see them also. Nice, thank you. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Alright, so here it goes. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. And the story is about a guy. He's a merchant. right? And this guy would go from one town to another town, selling different kinds of goods and making money. He would do that. So one fine day or not so fine day, he had this particular habit. He would go, right, sit underneath a tree, open his lunch box, have his lunch, and then rest his back, on the trunk of the tree and have some good nap. He would take a nap and then proceed ahead to the next village. This is how he would do. So one not so fine day, not so fine day. What happened is this guy goes and he rests his back right on this particular tree, and this tree has two holes which this fellow doesn't see, right? And he's resting there. In one hole lived Mr. Rat. I'll just try to draw a rat. Okay, something of that sort, right? Looks like a rat, and it does. And another hole lived Mr. Snake, right? So what happened is the snake first wanted to come out of the hole. So the snake tried to come out, but he was not able to come out. Why? Because this person's back was obstructing the path of the snake. You getting it? Making sense? So what this guy did, the snake bit this fellow. He bit it so hard. Oh, he was paining. He was paining. Oh, who bit me? So he just turned around. And by the time he turned around, the snake went inside and the rat came out. And he thought this rat bit me. So he said, "You tiny rat, you're biting me." He took a stone and he really hit this rat very hard. And this rat started to cry. This rat started to cry. He went inside the hole and he was thinking to himself, "I didn't do anything. And this guy hit me for no reason. But now what I'm going to do? Just see. I'm going to bite him. I'm going to bite him so hard that he's going to remember it for the rest of his life." So this rat came out and bit this fellow. Again, he was in excruciating pain. He turned back, and this time what happened? The rat went inside, and the snake came out. Ah! And this fellow saw the snake. Snake! Ah! He just collapsed and died on the spot. So, my dear friends, the question that I want to ask you guys is, who really killed this guy? Wait for the options. Wait for the options. We're going to have some options. Okay. So, who killed this fellow? A. Was it the angry rat?
Yeah,
Was it
కొంచెం.
the poisonous snake? Can I be?
Sure, sure,
Am I
sure.
the co-host? Okay, I'm the host. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute you guys because in between I get some background music. I guess that might disturb the others, so I mute everyone. Okay. Let's come back to the options. The second, the poisonous snake. C, it was a 50-50 partnership. Both of them together killed this guy. Or D, it was none of these. Okay. So I would like you guys to cast your vote right now of which option is correct. Right? Who exactly killed this person? So I would like you all to cast your options in the chat. And then you'll have to substantiate your answer by explaining some point. What exactly happened? Okay, let's see your votes. So by seeing your votes, I will actually understand how many of you are awake. Lakshmi ji, you have to vote in the chat. Type your letter in the chat. What happened? Okay. Mihika goes for D. Lakshmi goes for D. Everyone's practically going for D, 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 D. Okay. Okay. So we at least have around 10 guys who are awake. I'm glad. Okay, Pragna's chosen to turn on a video. Nice to see you. Thank you. And keep it on. Alright? Don't ghost off. Okay, so everyone's written D. So now my question to you guys is, alright, you said D. Who's going to tell me why? Why is it D? Okay, we give chance to Mika. Alright, go ahead.
So I chose D because if the if the man, like, once he got bit first, if he actually moved and decided not to just turn around and hit the rat, he wouldn't have got bit again, and he wouldn't have died. He would just like have got one bite.
Okay, so D. Okay,
Yes.
thank you for your attempt. It was too analytical. Thank you, nevertheless. Yeah, Divya, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I think it is D because of his fear he actually died. I think because in his mind he was like, oh my God, there is a snake. So fear is very negative emotion. So I think that's why I feel that's the right answer. Hare
Okay, this
Krishna.
Janki also and PSH and Divya, all of them have given the same answer, or rather a similar answer. Let's just analyze these options, all right? Okay, no one dies with a rat bite out of option. No matter how angry is the rat, no one dies. Snake, even if the snake was poisonous, let me tell you guys a piece of information 90% of the snakes are not poisonous. Number one. Number two, even if the snakes are poisonous, the snakes need poison to survive. So they don't let out their poison so easily. Number three, only when the snakes bite and it takes some time for them to, straighten them up, straighten their hood up, and thus they inject the poison. And even if they've injected the poison, it takes an amount of time for the poison to get into the system, into the human body, and for that poison to show its effect. And this guy died on the spot. That's what I said. He died on the spot. So there is something that killed him even before the poison. So even this is not an option. So C is no longer an option. And then comes D, the option. Of course, this person had an emotion, and that emotion was identified rightly, which is fear. But what actually killed him is another four-letter word, which was spoken by Divya. But can you cite that? What killed him actually? Yes, Krishna has given the answer too. Yes, Mehika typed it too. And that's the answer. So this person was killed because of his mind. Mind. Now, if you see, this person was killed by the mind once, but we are literally trashed by the mind, not killed, but at least sort of killed by the mind 60 to 70,000 times every day. How come? Because as per the scientific research, it shows that we guys have 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. That's the number of thoughts that we have to deal with. And those many thoughts do come. So this is the particular topic that we wanted to address. And who actually saw the poster? I think Haridasanudas did see the poster. Yes, so what was the topic given in the poster? Yeah, someone else would like to raise the hand and give out the topic? I guess some guys are seeing it right now. Where's the poster? I'm finding the poster to see. Okay, yes, Haridasanudas, go ahead.
How do we manage our naughty mind?
Managing the naughty mind. Why is the mind naughty? Any thoughts on the floor? Anyone? Why is the mind called naughty? Do you agree mind is naughty? Yeah, we do agree mind is naughty. Why? Why is the mind naughty? Come on, I know you guys are not shy, so don't shy off. Yes, Lakshmi, because it wants sense gratification. Okay, what's wrong with sense gratification? Okay, I can see the entire Calgary team sitting there. Yeah, yeah, very nice. Go ahead. Keep having prasadam and they're having this discussion. Go ahead, no problem. Yes, it wants sense gratification, but my question is what's wrong with sense gratification? We'll take one at a time. What's wrong with sense gratification? Okay, mind doesn't have sense gratification is not always right. Is it sometimes right? So we're just analyzing why the mind is naughty. Hmm. So he says it's after sense gratification. Normally, when we have this adjective naughty, who do we address naughty as? Normally, when we have this adjective. Yes, you're all smiling, so you know the answer. So, well, go right ahead and say what's the answer. Who do we address as naughty many times? Monkey. Hmm. Children. Yeah, that's the answer. Children. So usually the children are called as naughty. Naughty children. And our mind is exactly like a child. So mind is like a naughty child. Now be honest. How many of you have been naughty children in your childhood? I'm raising both my hands up like Gaurang Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu. Because I've been really naughty. I've given really tough time to my parents. Ask them, they'll tell you. Very naughty. All right, we've been naughty. That's something which is quite normal. If the child is not naughty, then the parents really think something's wrong. Right? So children are usually naughty. And mind is also like a child. And what is exactly sense gratification for a mind? The sense gratification is like telling the mind. Suppose the mind has been told, you tell a child, my dear child, do not eat too many chocolates. What happens if you eat too many chocolates? Yes, everyone, please show it in action. E yes, your teeth. And how many of you had that experience? Vigyan, that spiritual experience of losing your teeth because of teeth. He smiles. Cheese, ease, and you have alternate black teeth. It's gone. It's rotten. Happens. So eating chocolate in a particular quantity may be okay. But if that child is too much eating chocolates, what's going to happen is going to lose his teeth. The teeth is going to decay. The decaying of the teeth happens. And that's something which is not good. So sense gratification is compared to that. Something that's harmful for the child. And something that the child wants is that which is harmful. You know Prabhupada, how many children he had? Let me see. Any idea? 2. Pragya is showing how many fingers? She's keeping it like this. So she's not showing me 3. She's changing it. 4. Okay. Om or Shiv. One of them is saying 4. Anyone else? 4 goes once. 4 goes twice. Okay. Divya says all his disciples. 5,000. All are his children. All right. So he had one particular child. His name was Vrindavan. So he was a very naughty child. So Prabhupada observed his wife was chastising Vrindavan. So Prabhupada went and asked, why are you chastising this poor boy? And his wife said, this child wants to touch the fan. So such a simple thing, don't worry, you step aside, I'll handle it. So he asked his son, you would like to touch the fan? Yes, I want to touch the fan. Now you tell me, I'm not talking about the ceiling fan, the table fan. How many of you have seen a table fan? Yeah. If you go in and touch it, what's going to happen? You're going to bleed. You're going to severely bleed. You'll not die, but you'll bleed. It's going to cut your finger. So now this is our naughty mind. Our mind is also like this. Sense gratification is like what? Touching that fan. But what we should do? We should beat the child? No. We should know how to properly manage the child. So we ourselves are children, but we have one more child with us, the mind. And Prabhupada managed that child very well. What did Prabhupada do? Prabhupada said, you want to touch the fan? All right, you can touch. And the child was very happy. Father, daddy is so nice. Father is so wonderful. So what Prabhupada did, very tactfully, he unplugged the fan. And the fan slowed down. Slow. And at a particular point of time when he felt very confident that now if my child touches the fan, he'll not be injured. That time he said, okay, all right, now touch the fan. So he went ahead to touch the fan. It hit him. The child started crying. It's paining. So you'd like to touch the fan again? No, I will not touch this fan again. Right. So this is the naughty mind. the experience of this naughty mind we have. It wants to do something which is prohibited, forbidden. Imagine there is a particular door, and the door says, "Do not enter." What do you feel like doing? Go and enter. Suppose your mom or dad tells you, "Please do not open the fridge." What's the immediate thing that you'll go once they're gone? Just go and open the fridge. Why not? We want to challenge it. And if there are any rules made, any rules, what does the mind tell? Break the rules. Right? Break the rules. Because the mind gets fun in. That is why you call the mind as a naughty mind. Is it clear why we call mind a naughty mind? Because we want to break the rules. We want to do that which is prohibited. And we want to do that thing that gives us fun, even if it means harming us. That's why the mind is called as a naughty mind. All right. I like to tell you another story. Once there was this person, and this person had so many, many, many desires, so much to accomplish, and he was very frustrated. He was devastated because he was not able to. There was no count to his desires. So one day he went to a sage. No sage, person with closed eyes. You've seen sages? Someone like Durvasa. Okay, Durvasa Muni give curse. Not Durvasa Muni, some other Muni. Good Angira Muni. Some nice Muni like that. Who's reciting, oh, he's there, he went there. So he approached the sage and he told the sage that, oh sage, I have so many desires. I'm not able to manage my desires. And thus I'm very, very frustrated. Is there any solution for this? So this particular sage, he tells him that I have a solution for you. He says that I have a genie. Jinn. You know jinn? How many of you know Aladdin and the jinn, the magic lamp? Jinn. Yeah, we know the story. So you rub the lamp, who comes out? A jinn comes out. Hukum mere aka. Or he says, your wish is my command. He says that. So that kind of jinn. So that particular jinn comes out. Right? So this person said, I can give you a jinn. Yeah. This personality, a jinn, is someone I can give you. Wow. And he was very happy that I'll get a jinn. Very nice. Wonderful. Please give me. And this jinn will fulfill all his desires. So he was very happy that all his desires are going to get fulfilled. So he says, you give me the jinn, I will take him and go home. The sage says, wait a minute. There's a condition. This jinn is going to fulfill all your desires. Any desires he can fulfill. But there's one problem. If you do not keep this jinn engaged, you don't keep him engaged, this jinn is going to break your head into 1,000 pieces and eat you. Is that all right? And this person gulped down his saliva. My God, what do I do? He said, all right, I'll take the jinn. I'll engage the jinn so much. I have so many desires. I'll engage him. This jinn will get tired. Just see, wait and watch. He says, okay, bring it on. I'll take this jinn and go. So he takes the jinn and goes ahead. And then he tells the jinn, I want you to get me a very, very tasty, delicious pizza. And let me tell you what all I want at the pizza. I want specifically a pizza with proper mozzarella cheese, oregano, and olives. And this should be having a mix of Southwestern at the same time Italian cottage. Go get it. So he goes, zoop, comes back, and he says, your wish is my command. Please take this pizza. And pizza is tasty when you have it hot. So this guy was about to take a bite. He said, wait a minute. You can't take a bite. You have to give me order. What next? And this person said, all right. I want you to go to the United States and find out the best city, the costliest city, the most expensive city. And in that particular city, I want you to look for a land and build me a very grand estate. It should have a swimming pool, it should have a lawn, it should have a basketball court, and so many things, etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. All these things. This person just goes there, comes back, and he says, it's already done. The paperwork is also done. You're the owner. Your wish is my command. What next? This guy says, I couldn't even take a bite of the pizza. So, all right. What I want you to do, is I want you to go ahead and establish a very, very big company, an IT hub, information technology hub. Go there, establish, and that should be employing about thousands of people, and they all should be working under me. Go do that. Zoop, zoop, he does it and comes back and he says, your wish is my command. That's also done. And he's running out of wishes now. He says, just wait a minute. I can't wait. If you make me wait, I'll eat you. And this guy says, my God, I'm dead now. So he just runs. He literally runs to this sage. I say, Sage, Sage, please rescue me. Please save me. Please save me. This guy's after my life. Please save me. He's going to eat me up. And the sage says, you fool. You don't even know how to manage this particular jinn. I'll tell you how to do it. He said, ask this particular jinn to get a ladder. Yes, get a ladder. And this jinn got a ladder. And then the sage tell the jinn to go climb up the ladder. And when he reaches up, come down. When he reaches down, again go up. When he goes up, again come down. And keep doing this. And whenever you need him, call him, get the work done, and again ask him to go up the ladder, come down, go up, come down, and keep doing that. That's the way to manage this particular jinn. Now I got the technique. So, my dear friends, this particular jinn is something that we all have. And what is this particular jinn? What's it? Yes, you're right. Our mind, M-I-N-D, mind. So that particular naughty mind is our jinn. And many times mind acts naughty. As we hear, idle mind is devil's workshop. So mind acts naughty if it is not having any engagement. You don't engage the mind. There is no particular activity where the mind can get absorbed. Then there is a naughty mind that acts. Imagine telling children, all children just sit quiet. How many children are going to sit quietly? There is nobody who can sit quietly. It's very difficult to sit quietly. That's the worst thing that you can ever tell children. Go out to play? Yeah, we can go out and play. Let's go for kirtans? Yeah, let's go for kirtans. Yes, let's go for trekking? Yeah, they'll come for trekking. But if we were to tell them, sit quietly, that's the last thing they would want to do. That's very difficult, right? So mind needs engagement, and there is no positive engagement. The mind is going to act very naughty. Who are all the asuras? Who's an asura? Anyone can help me? You all know philosophy. I know that. Who is an asura? Who's going to tell me? Nobody's raising hand because they're saying we are not asura. We are pure devotees. So no one's raising hand. I'm asking who knows who is an asura. I'm not asking who is an asura here. You're all pure Vaishnavas. Let me see. Demons. Divya says demons with bad qualities. Actually, what makes a person a demon? Okay, now I'm getting examples. Ravana. Ravana gets 2 votes. Wow, he's a very popular demon, it seems. Yes. So Mihika got the point. An asura is a person who has a naughty mind. He doesn't manage the naughty mind. So person who fails to manage this naughty mind, because of that mismanagement, repeated failure to mismanage the mind, becomes a demon. Now, you tell me, what is that one animal? That one animal, if that animal were to enter into your home, your house will be in chaos. You don't want that animal to come into your house. Who's that? Please type it. Divya says monkey. You agree? How many of you agree? Mihika says monkey. Om Shiv say monkey. Yes, monkey. Cat. Satvik. There are more damaging animals than a cat. But anyways. But you get the point. Monkey. Right? Because when a monkey comes, elephant, lion. Okay, lion. Elephant cannot come inside your home. Okay, that guy comes. He'll not even be able to enter. Right? So monkey is that animal. One animal which comes in, we are like, it's all over. It's very difficult. You like to hear Prabhupada's pastime? You like to hear? Yeah. So once what happened? Prabhupada was taking a walk on the beach. He was taking a walk on a beach, And suddenly one of his disciples, his name is Nanda Kumar Prabhu, he was running and coming towards Prabhupada. Prabhupada, save me, save me. From what? There was a dog chasing Nanda Kumar Prabhu. And Prabhupada, what did he do? He raised his stick and said, Hut! Now, those of you know Hindi, Hut means get lost. Now, that dog offered Dandvat Pranam to Prabhupada immediately, just subordinated himself. Because for the first time in life, that dog would have heard an abusive word, that too in Hindi. Yes, for the first time in his life. And that fellow was surrendered. And Nandakumar Prabhu learned a big lesson. He said, well, now I know how to deal with any situation. I'll just follow. Mahajano yenagata supanta. I'll follow in the footsteps of these great souls. Now Nandakumar Prabhu was in Vrindavan. If you go to Vrindavan, how many of you been to Vrindavan? Anytime in life? Yes, thank you. And what is the maximum population? Which animal is in maximum population in Vrindavan? Haridas Anudas stays in Vrindavan. He knows. Yes, Sakshat, he can even show us. The maximum animals you see are the monkeys. There are so many monkeys, right? So, as Nandakumar Prabhu was doing some service in the kitchen, all of a sudden a monkey came. And what did he do? He remembered the pastime of Prabhupada. So Prabhupada told, Hut. So he took some vessel and he said, Hut. And you know what the monkey did? The monkey took another vessel and hit on the head of Nanda Kumar. And Nanda Kumar was, he was bleeding. Then he got himself the first aid. And then he went to Prabhupada. And he said, Prabhupada, your formula is not working. What is this? Your formula doesn't work. You told Hut to the dog. I did the same thing, Prabhupada. I did the same thing and this monkey hit me. Prabhupada said, you saw but you didn't learn. You saw but you didn't learn. Right? There's a different way to deal with these creatures. These creatures come in, it's very difficult. But yet, my dear friends, there is one monkey. There is this one monkey who is so amazing that he's very calm, cool, and collected. Not like the other monkeys. Who's that one monkey? Calm monkey. Sitting like this and meditating and very calm, cool, collected. Who's the monkey? Anyone knows? Who is that monkey who was very composed? Yes, that monkey is Hanuman. Why? Why is Hanuman the monkey who is very calm, cool, and collected? Why? What does Hanuman do? He's engaged in Krishna consciousness. That is Ram Bhakti. Very good. He's meditating on Sri Ram. What else? He's just meditating. He's serving. At the same time, he's having Ram Nama Japa. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So he's chanting that holy name. So my dear friends, this climbing of this ladder and getting down, climbing up, getting down this particular ladder is the process of chanting. Japa, which helps us to manage this naughty mind. So mind needs, if you look at mind, there are certain needs of the mind. If you fulfill them, we are able to manage the mind properly. Number one, the mind needs mantra. This very word mantra means manas trayate iti mantra, that which delivers the mind. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra is that wonderful prayer which can help you to harness mind power. You become really powerful when you chant. Yes, you get all the power to face all the ill effects, all the distractions, and you become very empowered, like Hanuman. Number two, mind needs meaningful engagements. Yes, meaningful engagement. Like Hanuman, he got the engagement, go find Mother Sita. He was very excited. Yes, especially he all the more became excited after he got to know his true powers. Right? And then there was no stopping after that. Very enthusiastic to do. So meaningful engagement. We all need some service, some kind of engagement. It can refer to our material duties as well as some spiritual seva that we do. Right? What else the mind needs? The mind needs a spiritual message. What is a spiritual message? Srimad Bhagavat, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata. These are all wonderful scriptures. They fill the mind with good values. They fill the mind with good values. Can I tell you another story? How many of you play basketball? Okay, good. At least you know basketball. You know, even if you don't play, you know it. Okay, all right. Heard of Michael Jordan, a legendary basketball player? When he was young, his father gave him a dirty cloth. It was a dirty cloth. He gave it to him, and he said, "I would like you to go and sell this particular cloth for $10. $10. Who's gonna buy this dirty cloth for $10? Is it possible? Is it possible? No, he didn't give up. He said, "It's possible, I'll do it." And he went, he sold that cloth and came and gave the $10 bill to his father. Father said, "What did you do? How will you be able to sell it?" He said, "I washed the cloth, I ironed it, and then I sold it. I got $10. Good, very nice. Father gave him another dirty cloth and told, "I want you to sell this for $100. I said, "My God, that's really difficult." But anyway, $10 was okay. What about $100? He went and he came back with $100. Father said, "What did you do?" He said, "I washed the cloth, I ironed it, and I made a very beautiful embroidery, stitching. You see, I made a very nice design. And then I sold it for $100. All right. Father said, "Take one more dirty cloth. Now, I want you to sell this for $1,000. So Jordan asked his father, "How many more cloth do you have? Please tell me in advance." Any more cloths? No, this is the last one. This is the finale, grand finale. How many more cloths? He said, "All right." So he took it and he came and got $1,000 and gave it to his father. Father said, "What did you do?" First thing, he washed the cloth, he ironed it, he made a beautiful embroidery, and then went to a very famous celebrity and got the autograph of the celebrity. And thus he was able to get $1,000. So, what did Michael Jordan do each time? In one word, what did he do, anyone? What did he do each time by which a dirty cloth was able to generate him money? Yes. Make a put hand up and down. Okay. Yes, Divya gave the right answer. Value. Kept adding value. Yes, the value was added. So, my dear friends, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, spiritual literatures, it adds value to the mind. Mind is blessed with values. And that's we become a very enriched personality. And last but not the least, that the mind needs. I'm going to use this word again, but that's what it truly is a mentor. Mentor, and at the same time, you need friends. It's so much to say relationships. We need a guide, relationship. Arjuna had Krishna, Parikshit had Shukadev. Even Ramachandra, at different points of his life, he had different mentors. In his childhood, it was Vishwamitra. In his in childhood, it was Vashishta. Adolescence, it was Vishwamitra. When he was going to the forest, it was Bharadwaj Rishi. When he entered into the forest, it was Atri Muni. When he reached Lanka and he was fighting Ravana, it was Agastya Muni. When he came back, then Valmiki Muni. So at different points of time, he had different mentors from whom he was learning. And this one mentor, the guru, the teacher, is somebody who very wonderfully can take the mind in a very wonderful direction. Nridehamadhyam sulabham sudurlabham plavam sukalpam guru karanadharam mayanukulena labhasvateritam uman bhavavdim nataretsa atmaha. So scriptures describe our human body to be like a boat, but the boat needs a very amazing, efficient captain. So this captain is somebody whose instructions help us to manage mind very nicely. Of course, it's mentor as well as friends and relationships, good relationships. So these four M's are something that the mind needs. And we give this mind these four things, you're able to do the art of managing the naughty mind. You are able to manage the mind very easily. I'll just quickly summarize what we discussed. We saw from the story of this merchant that how the mind is killing us literally 70 to 60 to 70,000 times every day. And why the mind is called a naughty mind? Because the mind wants to do something which is harmful, right? Which is not good for us. It may not be good for us for our body, it may not be good for our spirit. Something is materially harmful, something is spiritually harmful, something can be both. And that's what the mind likes to do. That's why it's called a naughty mind, like a child. But just like children need an engagement, mind too needs an engagement. So we saw the story of the jinn, and that jinn which we all have has to be managed by the different techniques, starting with the mantra. It's a powerful technique to manage the mind. Then we need engagement. Then we need the message regularly. Nityam Bhagavad Sevya. And finally, you need mentor and friends, good relationships, especially a mentor who will help us to manage the mind very nicely. All right. Any questions? At least now I'll be happy if you guys turn on your videos. Class is all over. Right now it's question answer time. Q&A. Keep your videos on. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, I had this question like those who are
You got muted. Divya.
okay, yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question was like those who are devotees, do they also have 50 to 60,000 thoughts in their mind, which you were mentioning in the starting of the class?
Yeah, everyone has. But what's the nature of the thought matters. Some thoughts are constructive, some are destructive, some are positive, some are negative. Some are Krishna conscious, some are not Krishna conscious. So the nature of the thoughts vary. Everyone has 60,000 thoughts per day. It's very fast. Mind is a very fast processor. So even a second, we have a lot of thoughts. So the point is, are we thinking about something which is meaningful and Krishna conscious? That's important.
Okay.
And that will happen only when you increase the value of the mind. That's why Shravanam is very powerful. Hearing is very powerful. You know the story of Dundukari? Gokarna Dundukari? You know the story? You
Yes,
heard?
Prabhuji, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
Dundukari was such a demoniac rascal. But he was able to think of Krishna at the time of death. Why? Because his values were instilled. The Srimad Bhagavatam, he heard it for 7 days. And it transformed him. Right? Otherwise, his mind was always thinking about, he was a Papa Buddhi. He was thinking of all the sinful activities. So that it changes, the consciousness changes. With even Sangha, again, the mentor and association I was talking about, it changes the whole thing.
Okay, Prabhuji. I had one more question. Is it okay if I ask you?
Perfectly fine.
Okay, thank you so much,
Otherwise,
Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question was that you were talking like mentor and friendship is very much relationships are very much required for a person. So my question was that if I being an introvert, if I'm happy being without any friends, so is it okay? Like, is it really necessary to have friends?
okay.
Like,
You really know the meaning of introvert? Because I don't think you're one. You wouldn't be asking so many questions and taking part if you were one. You might not you may be very choosy in your association. That's pretty fine. We may not get along well with everyone. We respect all. We hang out with a few. We talk to very few. And we follow one person. This is normal. It's natural for us. I don't think you're an introvert. Probably you're very choosy in your association. You like this Sangha. That's why you're talking a lot. Am I right or am I right?
yes, Prabhuji, with devotees, I am sort of Ambivert, but yeah,
Yeah, now you get it.
mostly.
You rephrase yourself.
Yeah. Yes. With devotees, I'm ambivert, but with normally 90% I'm an introvert, Prabhuji.
No problem. You're like Jada Bharata, where there is no favorable association, you close yourself. You get a favorable opportunity, you're talking. That, we should discriminate. But doesn't mean that being introvert is not nothing wrong. Introverts have a particular nature. They have a nature, they're very deeply thoughtful. And when they open their mouth, they speak sense. They have a lot of sense. They don't just talk nonsense. So everyone has a unique contribution. Right, so it's completely all right, but it's very important that we have at least one person who we can reach out to when we are in soup. Arjuna had that person. He could reach out to Krishna. So similarly, we need to have our friend, philosopher, and guide. One person, at least one person, who is a go-to person for us when we are in serious trouble. If you're having that, then it's completely fine. No problem. Is it all right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful lecture and wonderful question answer session, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna
Thank
Pranam.
you. Thank you. Yes, Mika, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Roji, for this very engaging and empowering session. I learned a lot for how we can manage and control our naughty mind. I just wanted to share my realization that these four things that you shared, like the four M's, like the art of controlling our mind, the mantra, meaningful engagement, spiritual message, and mentor, really opened my eyes, and it will really help me as a youth and in my future throughout my life. Thank you very much.
No, no, especially I might not know all of you here. I know some of you here, but I've seen Mihika as a son, small child. Now I'm seeing her grown up, so she feels so nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone wants to share something? Please go ahead. Anything that you liked, anything like you reflect, please go. The floor is yours. If not, no worries. We can call it a day. I don't mind. But nevertheless, I'd like to thank you guys. You really took part very nicely in all of the discussion. So good to see some of you really turned on the videos. Thank you so much. If I'm called next time, then definitely my request would be to see all of you. I would like to make friends with each and every one of you. Right? At the same time, my request to all of you is please, at any particular point of time, you want to interrupt, want to talk, it'd be wonderful. The floor is, even when we talk and discuss, yeah, just interrupt me and talk. There's no problem. Okay, yes, Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the wonderful session. So like I had a question. It's like you said about like increasing the value of the spiritual message like Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So like how do we exactly like increase the value? Because like it's already like a very valuable scriptures.
Okay, right. I'll thank you for bringing up that point. I'll clarify it a little bit more. When you pay your oral reception to the scriptures, that means you listen to the sermons of the scriptures, your mind is instilled with good values. Thus, the naughtiness is gone. That's what I meant. When we hear the scripture of Mahabharata, Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavatam, we are instilled with good values. And then the naughtiness of the mind is transformed into the very wonderful quality of being a gentleman, gentlewoman, from mental to gentle. That's what happens. The transformation takes place when we regularly listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Tada rajas tamo bhava kama lobhadayascha chetayate ranavrittam stitam sattve prasidati. That's the fruit of hearing Bhagavatam. Your mind is properly becoming a gentleman, not a mental man. Is that okay, Krishna? All right.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Any last takes before we close? All right. I was heading back from a very a particular program, hence I had to be a little late. But I had informed the admin team nevertheless. Otherwise, I would have had more time. But however, I wish to conclude the session here, and looking forward to seeing and associating with all of you guys once again. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much, Prabhuji.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Pragya. Thank you, Das for your darshan of Shri Shri Radha Madhav. We'll just spotlight them. It's very nice. So these are deities from Calgary. There is Shri Shri Radha Madhav and there is Gopalji. Gaur Nitai also there. So they're giving us wonderful darshan. Thank you. Thank you, Divya. Thank you, Janki. Thank you, Satvik. All right. Sure.
Thank
Over
you.
to Meeka. I guess she is the admin.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for a very, very wonderful session. And we are
Okay.
requesting you, Prabhuji. We know you are very busy, but whenever you get a chance, please come this youth classes and encourage to youth to develop their Krishna consciousness, Prabhuji. Thank you
Definitely.
very
I
much.
feel encouraged in their association. Thank you so much for giving me a chance. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much, Prabhuji.
Sure.
Hare Krishna.
See you,
Prabhuji,
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
See you all. Hare Bal.
Hare Bol. Vancha kalpataruvasya kapasintabhevach.
Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.
Thank you, Prabhuji. His Grace Nathan Tham Prabhuji ki jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
Jai.
Krishna.